Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Extreme Tarot, where we do moon readings, pick a cards, and zodiac readings. Today we're doing a zodiac reading, a check-in on the next 7 days for all signs. So all you have to do is look in the description box or in the comments for your sun sign. I know that they say you can also check your ascendant, your moon, your Venus, whatever you want to check, but I don't know. I usually personally just stick to my sun sign, maybe the ascendant. But yeah, so I will have that listed for you guys in the comments or the description box. So I guess let's just go ahead and jump in. Oh, real quick, I'll give you a breakdown. I'm just gonna look into what energy it's like best for you to be in with like an archetype card. I'm gonna get one Numinous Astrology card for each, like for love and career. We're going to clarify everything with tarot. I'm also going to get one of my like homemade advice cards just to kick the reading off and see like basically what lesson or what advice you need for the week, like just to keep in mind. And then we're going to get some of these tea leaf cards basically at the end just to see any other like omens of what's going on. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So just fast forward to your timestamp. I'll see you there. Hey Sagittarius. So if you guys are a Sagittarius, this is your reading. We're going to be looking into the next 7 days, what's going to be happening for you. So the first thing we're going to do is get some advice and see what message you what advice you need most this week. Oh my god, this just came out in the last pile. Oh my god, and this was on the bottom of the deck too. Interesting. I mean, should we keep it or should yeah, why not? Forget about trying to trust others again. Learn to trust yourself and you'll never have to worry. I'm sure the message will probably be completely different. And even I'm getting already a different message. Pray to be as pretty on the outside as you are on the inside. Keeps you accountable. I feel like you are like a beautiful person on the inside for sure. And like it's time to start seeing that, like to recognize that and start seeing that reflected on the outside. So let's see what energy spirit most wants you to step into. But it says, forget about trying to trust others again. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to like recognize like your smarts and your resourcefulness and your beauty and the goodness that is you. And maybe like look at like at the relationship you have with yourself this week and realize that there's really not a lot of things to worry about. Especially like I feel like you could be worried about like your capabilities or something like that, or that's just you have a lot of fear surrounding like security and things like that. So now like spirit is saying like you need to learn to trust yourself because you are a very capable person. Like wasn't I just saying resourceful and stuff like that? And you always figure out a way, like you don't have to worry, like learn to trust yourself more and like ease some of this worry and anxiety for yourself. So let's see what energy spirit is asking you to step into this week, like what will be the most beneficial energy for you to be in. We have servant. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart, and the shadow side is using the lack of money. I felt like it was something financial as an excuse not to move forward with life. Okay, so I feel like you, and then we have hero and heroine. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. I feel like it's time for you to empower yourself this week. Maybe you sort of are somebody that kind of keeps yourself down, like what this was saying, uses the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Maybe you sort of are telling yourself that you're like a low class, like maybe you have like a sort of service industry job, or you are like a lower class somehow, like quote quote, but whatever, like, you know, like how many freaking rap songs that came from the bottom, like to the top, like, you know, like I came from this and now I'm here. Like, I mean, that if anything is like more of like a precursor to success, because it's like you learn skills, like forget about trying to trust others again, learn to trust yourself. Like you have acquired these skills step by step. Even if like, okay, because I'm a waitress, so I'm thinking about this looks like a server on here. Like if you're a server, like you learn how to multitask, like you learn how to talk to people, you learn how to diffuse situations where people are angry because their food isn't coming out. Like you learn a lot of skills that you maybe like wouldn't have. You learn how to stay calm in a crisis and stay calm under pressure. You learn how to carry a bunch of different things at once. Like, I mean, that's not really that useful. I guess it is on Thanksgiving when you're trying to like clear off the table, but that's the only time I've ever really used that skill, not at work. Okay, that's just me going off on a tangent. So, all right, let's see what's going on in your love life and in your work life this week. But I think the main energy is to sort of realize that if you feel like you're kind of coming from like the bottom of the barrel or something like that, like change the way you look at it and be like, no, like this means like I have even more tools like to succeed, because like I've had to learn so many different things from like all the different experiences I've had in my life. All right, so let's see your love life. Whoa, that was, the cards just went cray. What's going on in your love life, Sagittarius, in the next 7 days? How's it gonna be? What's going on? Okay, North Node, Destiny. And then we have, no, for your career. Okay, the conjunction card, Empowerment. All right, so, and then we have, let's just read this. Soul School, Learning Curve, Fulfillment, Purpose, Maturing, Experience, Fruition, North Star, Process, Development, Practice, Path, Beacon, Journey, Blossoming, Becoming, Integrity, and Journey. So I feel like I'm getting a good vibe from this. I feel like maybe you've recently sort of become more comfortable in this arena, or maybe this is something you kind of already had figured out. Maybe like you have a really good partner, or you are happily single, like you've really conquered all those fears of like, I'm gonna be alone forever, and you're just like enjoying your life right now, not really worried. You're kind of trusting the path that you're on as far as your romantic life is concerned. And I feel like this week is just gonna be I'm getting like happy vibes. I'm noticing the word like beacon and blossoming and things like that. So maybe like you're gonna have some sort of, because I also see the word fruition and maturing. So maybe there's going to be some sort of like achievement or like life moving forward kind of a thing here in your romantic life. Maybe you're going to take a connection to the next level. Maybe you're gonna like talk about like moving in together or like marriage or something like that. I feel like though, you feel like you're on the right path as far as your love life is concerned this week. Like you feel like you are where you're supposed to be. For your career, we have conjunction, combines with, enhances, strengthens, joins forces, activates, intensifies, authorizes, allies with, concentrates, saturates, overrides, and overwhelms. So I feel like maybe you're gonna be like, and this could have to do with, I feel like this is about your money in general. And again, I feel like this is a more broad reading for you, where it's not just about the 7 days. It's about like, but it is about the 7 days, because I feel like the 7 days is going to be a sort of like opportunity for you to like get in touch with a certain fear or like a sort of lack mentality that you have around money. And I feel like it could be happening. I feel like you could almost have some sort of success coming in, or some sort of milestone that you reach, or you could like be ready to take the next step with somebody. Like, again, for example, if you're moving in with somebody and you're combining your finances, like you're both going to have more money, but you're going to, I guess, have more like responsibility. As for example, if you're getting married, then like almost like their problems are your problems or something like that. So I feel like you're going to be maybe like about to move forward in something and get very like overwhelmed. Like you're going to be like, am I doing the right thing? Like, am I setting myself up to fail? Like, am I like, say you're like trying to buy a house, am I like buying a house and then I'm going to be like house poor? Am I trying to move on to the next step, and then I'm gonna find out that like I actually can't do it, and that like I really am just meant to be like like the bottom of the barrel of society, I would say. I don't know why I just wanted to say that, but I feel like maybe you kind of feel that way, or that's like something, a way you used to feel that kind of like crops up for you now, even though I feel like you've made great strides in trying to like get things under control in your life here. So let's see what else we have for you guys, Sagittarius. So definitely work on your lack mentality. Like look at the relationship you have with money, and like the beliefs you have around money and the way you treat money. Let's see what else though. We have the moon, imagination and perception. We have the high priestess, intuition, sacred knowledge. Oh, that's too many. Queen of Acorns and the Shaman. That was the Queen of Wands. But let's just get one more for my Sagittariuses. and the wheel. That's Sagittarius energy. Hi. First of all, we have 3 major arcana. So like I was saying, I feel like whatever is happening this week is on a broader scale than just this week. Oh, like you're gonna blah, blah, blah. Like this is like something is gonna happen this week that's gonna sort of like help you to like change your own luck or something like that. Like I feel like there's like a lot of subconscious beliefs like held underneath the surface, and maybe they're gonna like be brought to light or something. Maybe someone's gonna point it out with this conjunction card, or maybe you're just gonna realize how you're like holding yourself back due to fear. There's like something like that where you're gonna get some sort of knowledge and change the way that you're looking at your past, and sort of start envisioning yourself as like a successful person and a very capable, like I can do anything sort of a person. Realizing all your many talents with this octopus and all his little, I don't know, tentacles. Like, oh, I know how to do this, this, and that. Like, I am like a jack of all trades. Like, I am good. Like, I know how to like handle my money. I know how to be responsible. I have discipline. Like, you need to like, recognize like the divinity within you, I would say. Like, this is like, and like start trusting yourself more, because I feel like you are a very capable, wise, very wise with this moon being an owl and then the high priestess coming out. Like you are a very, very wise person, a very capable person. I think that probably has a lot of creative ideas, here, a lot of like out of the box ideas. You could be a very problem solving kind of a person. So, and I feel like you've had a lot of problems in your life and a lot of tricky situations that you had to like maneuver out of. And again, I'm telling you, this is a strength that gives you like an upper hand on like an edge on the competition for the most part. Like it's, yeah, we need to empower ourselves this week, guys. So what do we have coming through? Well, family wishes come true. Again, if you are like moving to a new home or buying a new home or like moving in and or becoming a family with somebody, like I feel like you could be sort of like, there could be doubts like cropping up as well. That was not a pun, but it's funny. November. Okay, so yes, we're in November spirit. Thank you. But I think also this is saying that this is going to be a very pivotal month for you, and that's why it's coming through. We have Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So things are moving forward in a positive direction. Just, you know, I think you're having a tough time either believing that or that they can stay that way. We have Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Yeah, I feel like you're on like the precipice of some like big change coming up, but like a happy change. Needle and Thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Interesting. I had these two both come out in my Libra reading as well. And the last one is younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman, or maybe that's you and you're the young woman in the scenario. And again, like it's a man's world. Maybe you feel like, oh, like how could I handle, like even if you're like a single woman, like trying to buy your own place or something, you're like, how am I going to handle this? Like what knowledge do I have? Like who do I think I am? Like, or something like that. I don't know. But like, or you could just be dealing with a younger woman here. Maybe it's your partner, maybe it's a family member or something like that. But yeah, like I don't know, I feel like things are changing for the better. The caterpillar is becoming the butterfly, and that's you, boo. So like there are good things on the horizon, and you just have to believe in yourself. So all right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for watching. If you like this reading, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, we are moving on to Capricorn. Hey, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here. We're taking a look now into the next 7 days and how they're going to like play out for you. I feel like this is not straight. So what is the advice for Capricorn this week? Oh, that was 2. Just 1, please. What advice for my Capricorns this week? Okay, we have mental stress tip. Imagine the dense energy of your mind trickling down into your body. Take a breath, stretch, and shake your shoulders out. So, sorry, like if you could, okay, no, that's fine. So, okay, and then we have happiness is a valid goal. So I feel like obviously you're stressing. Like the advice overall for the week is to get out of your mind and into your body. Stop stressing about things. Like maybe like take a more mindful approach to your tasks. Really get into them when you're doing them instead of like stressing, like as you're, even something like, I noticed that today when I was cleaning out my cat's litter box, like I was like overthinking about something, and I was like, I really like got into what I was doing, like really cleaned it good, like, I don't know, and just like got in there, like, and I stopped stressing, I stopped thinking for like a little bit, like I really was focused on what I was doing, like as I was doing it. I mean, hopefully you're doing something more fun than cleaning a cat's litter box, but like you get the idea. Like, exercise is also a good way to do that. So let's see what energy spirit is wanting you to step into this week. What's going to be the most beneficial energy for you to step into? It's an Avenger, but let's see what actually comes out. What energy is Capricorn meant to be in? Like the most successful, that's 2. Like a good energy for Capricorn to be in this week in order to have the most successful week, spirit. What energy does Capricorn need to be in, want to be in? Okay, we have Exorcist. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses, and the shadow is fear of facing your own demons. And then we have this bully energy on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this could be a week where you like kind of need to stand up to yourself, to yourself, from yourself, for yourself. Okay. Oh, wow. I've been doing this reading for too long. I'm getting like dizzy. Highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. I feel like, again, like this could be you needing to face something about yourself, or you needing to stand up for yourself against somebody else that is maybe like bullying you, or like taking advantage of you or something like that, and you're gonna need to like sort of exorcise them out of your life. Or maybe like you did do that or something like that with the exorcist and then this mental stress thing, and maybe like it was the right thing for you, you felt it very deeply at the time, but now like you're stressing out about it after the fact, and you're like, oh, did I make the right decision? Like, was I being mean with the bully energy? Maybe you're like checking your intentions, like to see like if you were like overreacting or something like that. But like definitely like you're gonna be like needing to find strategies to like help you combat the stress that you might be feeling. Maybe you like pointed out somebody's like destructive behavior or bullying behavior, or something like that, and it didn't go well, and now you're like stressing out about it. So all right, we have Saturn wisdom coming through in your love life. Again, you like are exercising a little bit more discipline, structure, time, responsibility, test, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, and scaffolding. Like, again, I feel like you're not letting things slide. Like, you're being very strict about like and trying to be very wise about other people's behavior. With the exorcist and the bully, I'm really getting that. And again, like, not just that you're blaming other people and making them the bad guy, you're also like, I think, or you should be like acknowledging, not should be, but it would be helpful to acknowledge like your own part that you played in it, which I think you are, because it says freeing yourself and others. But also that's also the energy spirit is like asking you to step into. So like recognize your part, recognize the person's part, recognize the importance of setting boundaries, and things like that, without maybe like the mental stress that comes with it afterwards. I feel like you could really end up like beating yourself up or like second guessing yourself. Then for your work life, we have the 4th house: family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and chill. I feel like you're somebody that really like feels better when you're at work. I feel like that's like almost like your happy place, if you will. And then look, we have trine flow on the bottom. Yeah, harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits. Maybe you're the type of person, again, that like if you're like you have too much time alone, like your thoughts get to you, so it's like you're happier at work almost because you could focus on the tasks at hand, like I was saying, like doing things mindfully and stuff like that. So like you've recognized that that is your happy place, you like going there and doing a good job. Or even if you like work from home, or even if like your job is like to be like a stay-at-home mom or something like that, like you're really gonna be like in your element, like, or you're gonna just be feeling comforted. I'm getting an energy of like feeling comforted when you're like doing your work, or working on yourself or your environment and things like that. That's a good way to kind of get into like a more flow energy and get out of like this mental energy, which I feel like could trip you up if you allow it to. So yeah, like I feel like things in your love life might not be going so well. Like you're having to sort of like, maybe with maturity, like you've acted in an immature way, or somebody else has, and it's just like not okay with you anymore, and you're kind of blocked off. This is reminding me of the Two of Swords, like a very blocked off energy. So you're sort of like taking a firm, you're having like more like firm expectations for the people in your life, and that's not always met with, you know, joy. So maybe like there has been some sort of like stress on your end where you feel regretful about like the decisions that you made. So then we have the Queen of Shells, the Four of Acorns, and the Six of Feathers, and the Strength card. Again, I feel like you did take a strong stance. You finally found the courage to do something that you've been, to maybe move on from something that you've been hanging on to for a long time, something that you felt a lot of comfort in, but at the same time, like taking a look at it from a compassionate point of view, like as in having compassion for yourself. You couldn't deny maybe that something here just like wasn't right, and you felt that you needed to sort of like maybe move on from something, or take a new approach to something, like to break out of the comfort zone and like move towards something else. Like we had the Seeking Sagittarius energy at the bottom of the deck when the Saturn came out. So it's like you're kind of being disciplined to one respect, but then trying to be more open to the future at the same time, and like let go of like a sort of comforting something. The way that these both are looking back, I think like you have a very, you keep looking back wondering if, I think you hurt somebody, if you showed enough compassion, if you had enough love for this person, but at the same time, like really believing that you are, that maybe moving on from the situation was the best thing, or like adopting a new mindset in regard to the situation is like the best thing. And yeah, I feel like, again, like you're, with the Six of Swords being here, I feel like you're really finding like those more calm waters and like a calmer state of mind, like when you're at work or working on things that are like important to you. It's like giving you the strength to sort of like keep going here. Maybe you have like a really, like your community at work is amazing, and you just like love going there because you can like hang with all your peeps, like keep busy, and then it's like, you know, 8 hours that I wasn't thinking about this person or this stressful situation that's going on, that I think is going on in your relationships. Could be with your father or something too, I just wanted to say. But I mean, we were asking about your love life, but we're having like mother and father energy coming through. So maybe like your parents, maybe you're like getting in a fight with them or something like that. Maybe you live there, so like when you go to work, that's like the only like peace of mind that you have too. That's another scenario. So okay, let's see what's coming through in the next week. Capricorn, Broom, new home, new attitude. Yeah, maybe you're like moving out of your family's home or something like that, or you're thinking about it now because this was Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Maybe you're thinking about it now because you're not getting along with the people that you live with or something like that. Chain of events that will affect your life. Yeah, I feel like, again, whatever's happening now is something that is almost like predestined in order to like get you on a certain path. It's like a chain of events that's meant to culminate in some sort of like big reveal or like revelation. Ear, good news. Okay, well, something good, so that's good to know. So you might be getting some good news this week. Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. And again, I feel like, again, so say you're like living, like I'm just going to roll with this parents example. Say you're like living at home, you're feeling awkward, tied down, frustrated, like you have no control of your own life. Again, maybe like one of your friends is going to be like, hey, I need a roommate, like, and it's going to be like an affordable like situation, or I need someone to like rent a room from me. I'm like, do you know anybody? And you're going to be like, me, like, or something like that. And then we have Elephant. Oh, interesting, because we had this like elephant here. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. And I feel like that's this whole chain of events. So if you feel like things are bad right now, or moving not in a good direction, I think Spirit is saying like keep going, find the strength to keep going. You will be wiser for this at the end. Like you will have some sort of like good news or benefit for you, even though it maybe right now doesn't feel that way. You feel very stressed out, like this is leading somewhere valid. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this reading, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. And I hope I will see you in the next one. Now we are moving on to Aquarius. Hey, Aquarius, welcome to your reading about the next 7 days of your life, like what's going on in your love life and in your career. The first thing we're going to do is get some general advice for what should be like the advice that you take with you for like most of this week. Sorry, these are all like flipped the wrong way. I'm just gonna try to like flip them if I can when I see them. Okay. Oh my god, if this comes out one more time. Forget about trying to trust yourself again, trust others again, learn to trust yourself, and you'll never have to worry. All right, I'm just gonna flip these over. All right, so what is the theme this week for you guys? Forget about trying to trust others again. Learn to trust yourself and you'll never have to worry. Maybe you recently were counting on somebody and now you realized that you can kind of only count on yourself in a situation. Maybe you were counting on someone like in a relationship aspect or in a financial one. We will find out more. But you're needing to sort of like be independent and like rely on yourself right now. So let's see what card energies, what energy Spirit is wanting you to be in this week. We have Child Divine. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggest a special connection with the divine, and the shadow is an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. So maybe like something that could be going on is that you recently got out of like a abusive relationship or something like that, or you left a job where you had some like a boss that was always like really negative, like something like that, where you're like leaving a negative situation, like, and I think moving into a more positive one. And I feel like your natural inclinations could be to sort of get in this like warrior energy, but like the shadow, where it would be like trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. Maybe like Spirit is wanting you to be in this more pure child divine energy where you're like open to new experiences. You're not holding on to the past as a portent of what's going to happen in the future. You're like kind of being open to life again, realizing that whatever bad phase that you were in is over, and now you're starting to build up your life again. And you don't have to worry. Maybe you're scared to like enter in something new because you feel like it's just going to be like some other horrible situation that you weren't even anticipating. And I think Spirit is, that's why this message of trust is coming through. So you can learn, so you can be more open and realize that, like, you know, like you can trust your own discernment. And if you really look back on the past, maybe there were some red flags that you maybe missed or misinterpreted or kind of like didn't think were such a big deal at the time, but now you have that knowledge and that will help you moving forward. Like you can trust yourself. And that will lend itself naturally to like being able to trust other people again. So what's going on in your love life this week, Aquarius? We have Taurus, the bombshell. Ooh. Earthy, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile, tactile, ample, worthy, right, pleasure-seeking, sensuous, blooming, solid, possessive, tenacious, loyal, patient, and deliberate. I feel like you could be, again, like getting hit on, like, oh, we have this like Mars energy here, like looking good. And maybe like someone is trying to spark up a new relationship with you, or you're just getting a lot of attention in general. And that's what's kind of making these issues like sort of come up. For your career, we have Pisces, the mystic. I feel like you could be maybe taking, having, look, some creates tension, stalls, sounds the alarm, motivates, pressures into, frustrates, demands, struggles. So maybe that's where this like struggle is kind of coming in, more so in your career, or maybe you're like taking a pause right now in your careers for some reason, or you're kind of like trying to build your dreams with Pisces, but you're having some difficulties or something like that. And maybe you're having a tough time like trusting that things are going to work out. But I think Spirit is saying like suggest a special connection with the divine. Maybe like you have these sort of big dreams that other people don't really understand or think are stupid or something like that. And I think Spirit is saying, no, like, you know, trust yourself. Like, you don't have to worry what other people are saying. You don't have to worry if other people think your idea is stupid. You don't have to worry if people think you're making a mistake. Like, follow your dreams, listen to what your intuition is telling you. Maybe people are accusing you of being like impractical or something like that, but you're a very capable person and you are definitely connected to Spirit somehow here. And whatever your intuition is telling you, I think you can trust it. So let's see what else. What is this week bringing in for Aquarius? We have the Queen of Crystals, comfort and prosperity. This is very similar energy here. Again, I feel like you're feeling good about yourself on a physical level, like as far as your attractiveness is concerned. Again, you could have a lot of people seeing the value in you, like romantic partners and things like that. We have the World, fulfillment and celebration, and the Hermit, contemplation and wisdom, and the 10 of Acorns. So with this, what I'm really getting is that success, I feel like, is determined by the way that you feel about yourself. And again, you need to like recognize that inherent value and the capabilities that are inside of you. And if you, especially with this Hermit coming out under this Pisces energy here, I'm thinking of like the Pisces and Virgo axis. Like, I feel like something that you're trying to do right now is figure out how to turn your dreams into a reality, into something tangible. And you could be focusing more so on like the what to do instead of focusing on how you feel about yourself. I think romantically you're good. You're feeling good about yourself. But I also think that like you could be doubting yourself in some way about some dream that you have. And it could become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like you're gonna self-fulfill whatever you're sort of expecting. So make sure to check your expectations and kind of like have a little talk with yourself and realize that like you have your dreams for a reason and you're meant to try things for a reason. So just go ahead with that. And it has more to do with like an inner belief system than it does with like what you're doing on the outside. And I think that's why Pisces is coming through in your career section as well, because it's saying like the way you feel, like especially like I see self-pitying, illogical, maybe you're having some limiting beliefs around what you're trying to do, and Spirit is trying to draw your attention to that so you can kind of tweak what needs to be tweaked here. So let's see what else is going to be happening this week for you guys, Aquarius. We have Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Yes, personal strength and peace that assures success, not like hard work and your efforts are going to ensure success. So that's, I think Spirit is like reiterating that message. We have Dolphin, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Interesting. Okay. And what else? Older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. If you consider yourself an older woman, maybe this is you. And again, maybe people almost act like you're not capable, or almost you don't know what, you're out of touch, you don't know what you're talking about. But again, like you're older, wiser, smarter, and stronger. So like that's what you could tell your haters. Candle, you will be shown the way. Yes, like Spirit is like bringing you on this path for a reason. Like I don't think that maybe everybody else can see it, but like you need to trust what you feel like you have to do. Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. Okay, well that's troubling to know, but again, maybe it's just with this, I'm not really getting that necessarily. I'm getting that maybe people could be talking about what you're trying to do or what you're trying to start or what you're trying to like do in your career, and it could be affecting you and like making you doubt yourself. Tulip, great passion. But if this is something that you're passionate about, that's all you can do is follow that light, follow that passion, follow what you love to do. That's like literally all you can do in life if you are trying to like be happy and, you know, kind of align with Spirit's, that's the child divine that I'm pointing to, not the dolphin, but align with like Spirit's path. Like you do that by following your heart and your passion. So, and Spirit is planning on showing you the way. So I think they wanted to bring that reassuring message here in case you were sort of like doubting yourself. So, all right, Aquarius, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, we will be moving on to Pisces right now. I hope you have a great week. Bye. Hi, Pisces. welcome to your reading. We're looking into the next 7 days of love and career, like what is going on. Like a lot of these cards like are flipped the wrong way. Happened in another sign, like forget about it. I'm just gonna like flip them over if I see them. But let's get some advice. What advice does Pisces need to like get through this week more easily and successfully? Like what approach should they take to any difficulties that arise? Like what is going on? Look at others and relish their happiness. Thinking mean or jealous thoughts will reflect back on you and keep you stuck in misery. So maybe you're like trying to rain on someone's parade. Maybe you're feeling jealous of somebody else, like that's saying mean or jealous thoughts will reflect back on you, and you're not realizing that maybe you're looking at this other person and being like, why did they have that? Like I wanted that. But you're not realizing that your own misery is like being perpetuated by yourself, not by this other person, and not by people that maybe have good luck or like good fortune or something like that. And you're doing more harm than good by having these thoughts. So what energy is Spirit wanting you to step into this week? Like what energy archetype will be like the most beneficial energy for you to be in order to have the most success? We have a Rebel. Challenges authority to affect social change. Rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. And the Shadow, it says rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of pure pressure or fashion. And then like on the back of the deck, we have the Father, which I usually look at the Shadow, dictatorial control and abuse of authority. Like, okay, so I feel like you could sort of enter into like a situation where you're kind of like going along with the crowd or something, with that whole peer pressure thing, as far as like maybe talking bad about other people, and it's like kind of starting to bother you. I feel like you could maybe work in an environment or like in your family or something like that, like a very gossipy group of people, you know, in like an office or something, say, and it's like maybe there's been like some hating going on, not like hating, like actual hating, but like, you know, haters, like kind of hating, where like we're just trying to like sort of like, or maybe even like judging people for being different or something like that, like where I feel like Spirit is asking you to be in this energy of like, so if there's like a leader of the pack here that's sort of like going on and talking bad about people, I think Spirit is asking you to sort of like rebel against that and be like, you know, they're just trying to like do their own thing, like blah blah blah, and kind of be the voice of reason or something like that is what I'm getting. So maybe like yeah, it's like a tricky situation because it's like you don't want to like disagree and start a fight with this leader, but at the same time, like you don't want to like really sit there and talk bad about somebody else. So I think Spirit is saying to like look out for a situation like that. So what is your love life going to be like next week? We have Chiron healing, and then your work life, we have Pisces energy. Okay, so again, I feel like we're calling for more compassion in the workplace. I feel like this is, and yeah, like a more loving approach in the workplace. I feel like that's sort of what this situation is like really talking about. I feel like with your love life right now, you could be on sort of like a healing journey. You're growing, I feel like, again, maybe like that's something the rest of this advice could be about, where like maybe you see other people in relationships and it kind of like hurts you and you feel like it's not fair. I'm not really getting a mean vibe from you, if I'm being honest. I mean, I was just saying that because this card came out at first, but I feel like, you know, you could feel almost like resentful about the fact that you don't have love and you're looking around to other people in relationships, and but I feel like you're almost like working through it. I feel like you are taking this advice just naturally, like that's just how you are. You're looking at others and trying to relish their happiness while at the same time understanding like the pain, but it's like a soft pain that it brings up in you, like a wistful, like, why can't I have that? But, you know, maybe like, you know, you're on your way to getting it. You're just releasing some stuff before it can come in. Or if you're like, you know, fighting with a partner or something like that, you could maybe be trying to not take it to like a mean place, and sort of like take a softer approach with them. But then, yeah, I feel like there is some sort of like something's going to come to a head maybe at your workplace where, or like within your everyday life, your school, whatever it is, where you're going to have to like an opportunity to sort of stick up for somebody else or be like the voice of reason, like I was saying. Maybe using more spiritual principles, even if it is going to sort of separate you from the crowd. I think Spirit is really wanting you to be an example in a situation like this. I feel like this is something that could definitely like go down in your workplace. So let's see what else is going on for you guys this week. 5 of Feathers. Yeah, like that could be a very gossipy, like sort of like a person kind of coming in and trying to like win at any costs, or and I feel like you are like coming in to be like, let's all get along, like we'll be so much happier, like, or something like that, and like you're gonna be trying to sort of like be the voice of love and the comfort and community, like you're gonna combat this with like some love, like, or something. Like I'm really getting that with comfort and community, 4 of Acorns. And it's gonna like almost like, instead of just going along, it's going to take some strength, because maybe this person's like a little bit scary and you're like afraid they're going to like turn on you. But I feel like that's why you're going to take this sort of soft approach and smooth the whole situation over, or something like that. Let's see what else. What is coming through? Oh, that's too many for Pisces this week. Thank you. The Ace of Feathers. I feel like you're going to help other people. Maybe it's going to be your boss with the Emperor. Maybe you're going to help people sort of see things from another perspective or something like that. And I feel like they might even be grateful for it, depending on your approach. I feel like you're not going to come at them in a super emotional way. You're going to use like logic and sort of like, come on, like charm and charisma, like as opposed, like, because they might be a very strategic mental person, and they could be someone that like looks down on emotion. So it's like, meanwhile you're a Pisces over here, hello, but you're gonna like take an approach that's gonna like, that they're gonna be willing to listen to, if that makes sense. Yeah, we have this Father energy on the bottom of the deck again, which could also be like a boss or something like that. So I don't know, I guess maybe if your boss is like trashing another coworker and like they like you, like you could like use your power for good and sort of like stick up for them if they need someone to sort of like be their lawyer behind the scenes, like if they need someone to kind of advocate for them. So, okay, let's see what else is coming this week. Pisces, Diamond. You will be receiving or giving a precious gift. I love that. Okay, great. That seems more like emotional or something like that, but we'll see. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. Yeah, I feel like you will be dealing with somebody like that this week. Beetle, good fortune. But I feel like, again, like the issue is not going to be with you. I feel like you're just going to be like in the peanut gallery, like able to sort of like have an opinion. And we have March. Okay, so maybe somebody with a March birthday or something like that. I just got 2. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking, and Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. And I see this Yoke card. It says feeling tied down or frustrated. So yeah, I feel like muddled or unclear thinking. I feel like you might, like with this Elephant, it's like an elephant is strong. It's big. It's like one of the biggest, I mean, if not the biggest, I don't think there's anything bigger than an elephant, but it could be, I guess, a dinosaur. But it's like, it's a wise animal. Like, it's not like a lion, like trying to like be aggressive and things like that. Like this ram, it's like, it has a certain wisdom and respect to it that can sort of like be a match to this like ram energy, but without like trying to butt heads with it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like a bull trying to like overpower this ram. It's like, again, kind of like the Strength card, coming in and using a more soft approach in order to like calm an aggressive person. So that's what I'm getting for you guys, Pisces. Like, that's pretty like cool. You're going to be like a peacemaker and have the ability to sort of like smooth over a situation. So go you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching. I think we're going to sign off here. Please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel if you did. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.